Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to today's call. Today is all about bringing it back to some basics, talking about marketing and some really simple, um, concepts that will help people to start building their online business. So, in this call today, we're going to firstly cover the three topics that you can see here on the screen. So, we're going to talk about lead generation. So, a quick overview on how you can begin lead generation. Landing page structure. So we'll talk about how you can structure your landing pages to start attracting leads and then converting them. And that, of course, is probably the goal that a lot of people really struggle with, is how do you build a landing page that people actually want to put in their information to? And then we'll go through a bit of a building example in FunnelBundle so you can see what it really looks like, because it's one thing to look at theory, but it's another thing to really see it in front of your eyes, so you can see exactly how does that landing page actually look. And so we're going to go through a template example that we have there in FunnelBundle. So I think let's get straight into it. Oh, one more thing, actually, I'm happy to answer any questions. So if you have any questions today for marketing, something that you've been wondering about how to start, maybe with your affiliate marketing, network marketing, or for the builder itself, if you've been building in FunnelBundle and you're wondering, there's a question that you have, then feel free to put that in the comments box. You can type that any question and we'll get to that at the end of this call. Hopefully we're going to keep it within about 30 minutes today. So let's get into it. So if I start with the basics of lead generation. So if you're completely new to internet marketing and you're thinking, well, how does it actually work? Then really what we're looking to do is we're looking to start by attracting some interest online and creating a following, if you will, or an audience. So a list of contacts you can communicate with. Now, of course, at the very, very start, the most simplified approach, that if you're completely new, is that we build a page and then we have something of value on that page that people want to put in their information to. So typically for me, something that I really worked on for years that found me a lot of success was really email marketing. So how do you get somebody to put in their email? By doing so, it gives you the ability to follow up with them, to continue to communicate with them, and that really adds a lot of success over the long term, okay? Because once you have a contact, somebody that you're talking with frequently, that's really when you can start to generate more sales for years to come. You start to build those income assets that we've talked about before. So the very first question about lead generation isn't about a trick or a hack. It's about how do you add value to the marketplace? Because if you always have that in the back of your mind and you think, okay, how do I actually add value to people's lives? So what can I offer to this person? If you always think about that, then the marketing actually will come reasonably naturally, because the things that you'll start to say and the things that you'll start to write, they're focused on helping that person achieve their goals or reach a higher level of success for that person. Now, in doing so, it actually is, in a lot of ways, how people generate success for themselves in the end as well. Because by putting it out there that, hey, I'm going to help you, by putting out that good information and that value into the marketplace, what happens is that is returned by success for you, because those people start to take action. They start to listen to you because you're really there helping them reach their own personal goals. So if you always come back to that foundation and always think about, what can I really offer this person? How can I add value to their life? So a very quick example. If you're in a networking style business, a really quick example of value adding is to maybe give them a free ebook, right? That you've written down a lot of points about some topic, right? That would be valuable for them. It's free. You give them that extra value, right? They're more likely to take action because they get the ebook. Maybe it's a training course, right? So you've got a video course that you've created about XYZ and you give them access to that. Maybe it's maybe you say that you'll continue to give them email support. So if they have any questions, they can email you and you'll answer their questions, right? That would be valuable for them. A couple of quick examples for how you can really what you can offer the person that's above and beyond what maybe other people in the industry are doing. Now, if you always come back to that, you'll eventually create a pretty quick list of things that you could offer that really are easy for you to do. So maybe it's information about a business that you know is going to help them. Maybe you'll say, okay, I'll give you support. I've seen it a lot in networking businesses where you can get like a 30-minute call, right? That you'll talk to them for 30 minutes, or that you have a training course, or maybe it's a duplicate funnel, which we've talked about a lot in FunnelBundle. All of that is very valuable for the other person. And by doing that, by setting that up yourself, if you're struggling to find referrals or to get conversions, by setting that up for yourself, then you become that leader. You become the person that they come to because you're creating that success for them. And by doing so, it really skyrockets your own personal success. I've seen it over and over and over again, guys. This isn't some theory that I'm giving you. I'm giving you what really happens to real people that come from no marketing skills and they create full-time incomes online. That's how they do it. They start with, okay, how do I add value? How do I build a team, right? How do I help my team? My team is everything. They say things like that, right? My goal is to help my team make money. That's the sort of language that they use. And so if you think about that, then you will find success for yourself. Next, you can see excitement, right? So we need to have excitement in our business, right? It has to be, you don't have to be over the top, but it needs to be exciting if you want people to take action. People take action on things that are happening, right? They can see the future. They can see something that they want to work towards as well. Be part of it because it seems great, exciting, fun. So you want to bring that excitement into your content when you can as well. Inspiration, I really wanted to put this in about getting inspiration for you. So if you're thinking, where do I even start with this? The way that I did it was I started looking at other ads. And if I ever saw one that sort of inspired me to take an action, like if I ever wanted to opt in, put my email address into an ad, I took a screenshot of the ad, right? Or I kept the URL so that I could come back and revisit it later and see why. Why is it that this compelled me to buy or to opt in, okay? Particularly if it was something that you wanted to buy. That language, the layout, the colors, the images, the button text, how it looks and feels, that is your case study, right? That is what you should be studying when you want to create your own pages, because that is what converted for you, right? And that is what was appealing to you. And so you really have to listen to that. So start to create a list of the things that you like around. I still do it today. If I'm on a social media platform and I see an ad and I want to click on it, I think, wow, I better take notice of this ad because I need to recreate something like this, right? I need to get inspiration from this. If it looks great, if it looks good enough that I was going to take action, then it's going to look good enough that other people would take action. And I'm not talking about copying it, but I'm talking about getting inspiration from that. Take notice of great marketing content because then you can apply it to your own business as time goes on. Testing. It doesn't matter where we start, you have to commit to the testing component, okay? Because when you test, you'll always get better. And we talk about that a lot in FunnelBundle because of the function and the automation, right? That you can really start to test your pages. We'll go through that in a little moment, but commit to that. Don't think that testing is some optional thing that maybe you have to do. Commit testing, commit to improving, right? You're getting better at your content. Ongoing value and communication. It sort of circles back to the start of this conversation where if you continue to add value, so you're constantly providing more for the people that are maybe on your email list, in your contacts, and you're communicating with them, you're adding more things to them. Maybe it's every Monday you send them an email with a tip or it doesn't matter. But if you continue that, then what happens is that last point here, which is repeat sales and loyalty. This is huge when it comes to sales. So when I look at lead gen marketing, I think that this is probably the number one point. So a lot of people, particularly if you're sort of new to it, or some people's, I don't want to bash anyone, but some people, they mislead other people. They say, well, if you just send a bit of traffic, you pay for traffic, and then you make tens of thousands of dollars. But it doesn't really work like that very often. It can, but it doesn't work like that very often. What typically happens is if you go and spend $100 on lead generation for your new page, you built a new capture page, my goal is to make $100 back. Okay, so if I'm going to spend $100 on lead gen, I try and make $100 back. Now, why would you bother doing that? The fact of the matter is that means that if you can get to a break-even state in your lead generation, then you can continue to do that. You can continue to drive new leads constantly. And then what happens is those leads, because we're following this entire plan, we're adding that value, we're continuing to communicate with them, follow up with them. What happens is those customers become repeat customers. They join your other business or buy your other product because one, you built some level of trust. You said something before, right? You talked about a product before. They joined it. It worked. It didn't. Everything was fine. And so what that means is they're more likely to listen to you again. Now, here's the secret, though. The second time, you didn't have to spend anything on advertising, right? Because the second time, they were already on your list. And so that repeat customer is where a lot of money happens for many, many years. And so a quick example here, let's say that somebody finds your online store, you sell shirts. They buy a shirt, okay? But they also added to your email list, and you continue to follow up with them, and then one day you have a promotion for this new shirt. It's a new season, a new product. You send out an email. Now, of course, you could go and run an Instagram ad campaign or a Facebook ad campaign to try and generate new leads for your promotion, but you also send it out to your email list, which are already existing leads. Now, those existing leads have already purchased something from you. You already have an element of trust. They already have an element of value. They probably already liked their shirt that they already got, and so they're far more likely to buy the shirt again, or a new shirt, new season, new style. Okay, so there's a lot of power in that loyalty and repeat customers, and it's a key foundation for building your list. Because if you build your list, then that is where you make a lot of money for a long time. So I hope that all makes sense to why it is we're building this page. Okay, so why do we build this page? It's for that reason, and this is how we do it, by adding as much value to the marketplace as we can. So let's talk about the ingredients of a landing page. So it can be pretty simple, guys. And as you maybe progress in your own marketing, then you can become more complex, and maybe you can try lots of different things. And depending on where you're at today, I mean, maybe you have a history in graphic design, right? And you're going to look at my page and think, Luke, I could do way better than that, right? And that's great. You can bring those skills into it. But maybe you're completely new and you have to start at the very start, and you start to create pages and then learn from them and then keep working at it. So today I'm just going to give you some basic points so you can bring that into your first pages. So the very first thing is to create a bold and captivating title. So you have to spark interest. Why does this person want to put in their email address into your landing page? Like, what is that so exciting about this that they need to find out more information? Okay, that's what you need to be asking yourself. It's bold, it's captivating. Go for it. Okay, you've really got to push this title, really sell it in this title. And then the offer. So what we're talking about is that when we're talking about a landing page, there's a captivating title that has some form of offer in it. Okay, so enter your information. I'll send you my free ebook. On the next page, watch the webinar for how people make $100 a day online, right? That's a bold, captivating title. It has some sort of offer included in it. So at that moment, what we're really doing is we're saying, if you give me your email address, I will give you this thing, right? The ebook or the information or the access. So it's an exchange. And the better your exchange, the more people will opt in. Right? So the more value, the better your offer. To give you a quick example, let's say that everyone that opts in gets $100, I'll send it to you tomorrow. You're going to get a lot of leads like that, right? Providing they believe you, then they're going to opt in because they want the $100, right? It makes sense. Everyone will opt in. You start to drive traffic, you'll get a lot of leads. Now, of course, you're probably going to lose money if you start sending $100 out to everyone, but it's an example of the more valuable your offer is, the better chances of your exchange, because you're asking them for something. You're asking them for their email address. And so you need to think about, what is my offer and how can I make it great? Free offers are good, right? Because particularly on the very first page, you don't want to say, hey, you have to spend $2,000 here. get started today, because one, the landing page doesn't provide enough time to give all of the information that is needed to have someone pay $2,000 for something, right? So the landing page needs to really focus on something that's free. So the free training video, the free webinar, the free course, the free call, right? The free support, the free ebook, those sorts of things. Try and push that sort of thing. And some sort of urgency is always great. So why do they need it now? Not in 5 weeks, because remember, they're going to look at this page and leave, right? That's how fast everything happens. So why do they need it right now? Because otherwise they'll be gone. Opt-in form above the fold. So above the fold means that it's on the page that you can see. So you don't have to scroll down before you have to put in your email address. The page loads, the opt-in form's right there. That's above the fold. Bullets. So bullet points are great because you can get a lot of info in very, very fast. So if you've got a lot of ideas about what you want to put on this page, then make a bullet point list, because you can just hit all of the top points. Again, that's all above the fold. It's all on that one page that they see immediately. You've got your opt-in form, your bullet points, your bold, captivating title, and that's really, that's the essence of it. And the last point is that your experiences. I think that a lot of people overlook the power of their own personal experience. So if you are in a business, for instance, and you've made $20, right? Tell them that you have made $20. Because a lot of people think, oh, well, until I'm driving the Ferrari, I've seen these other marketers in their private jets and things like that. Until I'm that person, no one's going to listen to me. But that really isn't true, because what tends to happen is, particularly in this sort of affiliate marketing, network marketing niche, people are struggling at it. They want to find out of normal people how they can do it too. Okay, because they're struggling as well. And if you just say things like, hey, I started and this is my journey, I did this, these are the 4 things that I did, and now I've made my first $20, they will listen to that. So definitely don't discount that. Don't discount your own personal experiences, your small success stories. Make sure that they are in this. I mean, maybe your success story is the private jet. Maybe you've already got your private jet. Great, okay? But maybe you're starting from scratch. So on that way up, you need to tell that story as well. I certainly did that when I was studying. I would make how-to videos on YouTube. I would talk about my progress. It didn't matter how mediocre that was. I would talk about that. People started to resonate with that. They started to follow me because of that, because they were on the same journey. We're all doing it together. And a lot of it is that, right? It's that team mentality, particularly when we go back to adding that extra value. You really want to come across that you are going to support them. And by creating content like that shows them what you do, how you're going, they will far more likely listen to you and follow you as well. So that is the end of the slides. Now I'm going to come across, let's head across to FunnelBundle, and I'm just going to show you how that looks. So I'm just going to share my screen. Let me just see it. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, so hopefully you can all see my screen there. It should look reach 100 new customers. So hopefully that is displaying well. And here we are in the FunnelBundle builder. So if we come across just to the funnels here, you can see in this particular funnel, a very simple funnel, and we're talking about that structure, but really what I want to show you is the 3 steps to a simple funnel. First is the landing page. And so if we have a look, we've got the landing page just behind it here. Then we go to a thank you page, and then we go to a video, because for this one, we're going to give them a video, a report, or a webinar. So you can see the free guide reveals, okay? So a bit of language there that says it's free and it's going to reveal something, right? A bit of interest, a bit of intrigue, and then the bold opening statement. So reach 100 new customers for your business daily with this one online traffic hack. Okay, so a bit of interest there. You want to find out a little bit, oh, maybe there is some sort of secret here that I need to know. And then you can see access the free guide on how to grow your business online. New customers asking you to join your business, free access below. Now, I just wrote this just moments ago, okay, while I edited it. So there might be a couple of little errors there. But you can see that at the bottom, we've got get immediate access on the next page, and we won't spam you. So it's that simple, guys. I'm all the way scrolled down. I'm all the way scrolled up, Okay, this could be an effective page. We've got an image. Now, of course, you can choose any stock image, put the image there, and you can change that. Go through in the training, you'll see there's so many free stock images that you can use. So make sure you go and check that out. And then we've got this page done. Okay, now if we look at version B, this is a little more complex than what we're talking about. But this is A/B testing. So when you send people to your URL, it will test between the two. You can see just a slight variation of the same thing. We've got, again, the loading statement, a bit of a different design. This one has some bullet points. You put in some bullet points here, and you can see that we have this opt form again above the fold, okay? We also have the call to action, which I haven't talked about a lot. But when you're talking about a page, you really want to have some sort of call to action that directs your prospect to actually put in their information. So if we come back to version A, you can see we want to access the free guide, okay? So free access below. So you're starting to direct people to this opt-in form because you want them to put in their information. Now, let me just show you the flow of how this would work. So we're really clear about how simple it can be to have a lead generating funnel. So you've created 2 pages that have the same goal, but they have slightly different looks, okay? Now, if we click, you can see when you're in your FunnelBundle builder, you always have the page URL up on the right. So you can click on that and it will open it in a new tab, and this is the URL that you can share with anyone. You can promote it, you can share it, and you can see that it's alternated between page A and B. So we see page B at the moment. Now, of course, they read this, they think, yes, I need this information, and then they put in their name and their email, and they click reserve my spot. Now, I've set it so that I can just go through the flow here, but when they click on that, they see the success page. Okay, thank you for subscribing. And then they click on watch the video, and it goes to the video about how to generate leads. Okay, very simple page. Again, you could add a couple of different things like some testimonials, and you put the video here. Now, this might be the ebook, or it might be a written form, a document that has information. It might be a series of videos. It might be the presentation from the company that you're promoting. Okay, so you can play around obviously with the different content there, but if we come back, I'll just show you how that looks again. So those are those 3 pages. We started with the landing page, went to the thank you page, and then we delivered what we said we were going to deliver automatically and immediately using the funnel flow. And of course, we're testing between the pages to see which one converts better. So this really circles back to the testing component. You can see this conversion step rates here that you can pay attention to. As the visitors, as the system automatically alternates, A, B, 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, 4 person, like that, then it will start to tell you which page is converting better, and you'll start to see the differences here. And what it's measuring is how many people are clicking on or going through or opting in, right? And so you can start to see, all right, look, this page is converting at 33%, and this page is converting at 41%. So of course, we want to start directing more traffic, or all of the traffic, towards version A if that was the case. Or we go and we come and we make some tweaks, we make some adjustments to version B. Really a huge amount of power in that. So look, I think that is a bit of a demonstration. If you haven't played around the builder already, then get in there and build this. I mean, it's very, very simple. You can add a new step. You can drag the steps around. You can edit any page. Of course, I haven't shown you. If you're not familiar, though, guys, you can just drag things around. You can resize everything and basically customize whatever you want. Okay, you can play around with this yourself, and you can add new elements over here if you haven't done it already. Choose the element that you want to bring in, drag it in, and it's in, and you can edit it. So go have a play with it, because it's very simple to build a quick lead gen funnel like this, and focus on building that customer base and that email list, because the more you do it, immediately when someone opts in, you'll see them up here. That's probably one of the biggest powers. What I love about FunnelBundle is that as soon as you load the page, you've already got the URL ready to share. It already works, that we've seen right here. Then you can, as soon as people opt in, you'll see them up here in your contact management system. So you're already building that list. You're already building those people that you can communicate with over long term to generate more income. So it's exciting, guys. I love this builder, right? There's so much power in it for people that I wish I had when I was starting, because even just this A/B testing is a game changer for a lot of people. If they really want to make money on the internet, this changes things for people. It's big news. So look, I think I might come back. I'll come back to the presentation now. And I'll ask you if you have any questions. So if you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the chat box. You can type anything below there. I'll just pull the slides back up. So like I said, if anyone that's joined during the presentation, I see a couple of you guys have come in a little late, so that's okay. So you can ask any questions about marketing or the builder itself. If you have been into FunnelBundle so far, or you're building your first funnel, let me know. Any questions are definitely welcome, and we'll bring it back up to the top here. Oh, nothing yet, guys. No questions? Well, that means that I must have done a great job with the presentation, so thank you. I appreciate that. But if you need anything, I mean, we plan on running these every single week, so you can always come back, ask anything, ask me anything about the system, or if you need anything specified. And okay, Clint, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So when we're in the, okay, sorry, let me pull this question up. Okay, the question's actually not come up, guys, but what the question says is that you said a lot of those are available, the stock photos. So once you are in your members area, you can go through the getting started videos. Now, the getting started videos have all of that sort of information in it, and one of them is adding pictures to your website. Now, underneath that training video, there's links to thousands of free stock images. Okay, so you can go there, you can get free stock images and add them into your own website. So again, head to the getting started. So once you log in from your members area, so once you've got your FunnelBundle subscription, go to the members area, you'll see the training videos for FunnelBundle, and that is where you'll see the adding pictures, links underneath that video that you can add any of those images. Now, there's a lot of other providers too. Maybe you want to use some other ones, but they're there for anyone that wants to use them. Great. Yep, you're welcome. Thanks. So if there's no more questions, guys, if you've got anything, let me know. But like I said, like I was saying, we're going to do this every week. So come back whenever you need to and ask me questions. I really want to help everyone build better businesses online. I mean, that's really the goal for FunnelBundle, to provide something that I really had to piece together and patch everything together my entire marketing career. And so now we've brought it all into this one place where you've got the builder, you've got those training videos, and you've got the traffic. So that's included in your membership. So you can immediately start driving real visits to your website and testing those pages like we've talked about today. You build your landing page, you use your included traffic. There's no more to spend. Okay, it's included in your membership. And then you can drive those visitors, check out that A/B testing, build your first funnel and start to build those contacts, because that is the number one goal. It should be everyone's number one goal. I know I talk about this a lot, but don't focus so much on the product that you're promoting. If you want to do with internet marketing, if you want to succeed over the long term, think more about the list that you're building and the assets that you're building, maybe the blog that you're writing, the video that you're making, the website that you're building, the funnel that you're building. That's what's going to generate you the money over the long term. So really try and focus on that, because it doesn't matter what that product is. You can always change products. Okay, and a really good example of this is I sent out an email the other day about the number one earner on YouTube last year. He's an 8-year-old boy, and he created, I think it was like $26 million. Now, he didn't have a product in order to do that, but what he did was he built an audience. He started making videos and content, and that content, it's an asset. right? If you don't think that a YouTube video can make more money than other assets like your house or your stocks, do you really, when you look around, you can start to see that there's been a change in how much money people are making with digital marketing or just digital content. I mean, this kid is 8 years old. He's made $26 million making videos about playing with toys. Okay, so there's a huge amount of value in creating that sort of content, building the funnels, right, that people are flowing through automatically. It generates that income for you automatically. Build your own website, build your own blog, get into making videos, how-to videos, really simple videos. I mean, all of that is really going to create a lot of success. So the very first step is to build this funnel like I showed you today. Play around with what we've talked about in this landing page builder, because if you just start on that one small step, if it's your first day, then that will lead you on a really successful path, particularly when you can do that A/B testing and have that included traffic. So look, I think I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate it. And like I said, we'll do it again next week. I'll also put up a recorded version of this call. So if you did come in late, you can watch that video as well. Okay, thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you later.